Good day, everybody! It's Klaxon and Hunter here, and if you guys enjoy this video, you should subscribe for more anti-haul videos. So, if you guys have never watched a makeup video and you have no idea what an anti-haul is, an anti-haul is when a YouTuber, so I really like Smokey Glow, I like her videos, I like her name's Angelica Oils, I like her videos, and they basically do anti-hauls where they look at makeup that has released, and they're like, no, why the fuck would anyone buy this? That is the premise of an anti-haul, is why they are not buying this, why would someone buy this, all that stuff.
That's such a judgmental thing to watch.
Well, it's very interesting though, because they talk about like formulas and like price and whether or not something's worth the price or whether or not something is new and stuff like is this a new thing or are they just repackaging old stuff? So it's very sort of informative. They're fun to watch. I love them. But what I have not seen is anyone ever do this for like anime clothes or anime anything. I looked up anime anti-haul and I found nothing. So we are starting a new YouTube category where we are anti-hauling the RWBY merch that is currently in the Rooster Teeth store. We were only planning to do the, I think her name is Ian, the Ian Lee collection. We were only planning to do that stuff, but we decided that we'd go down a trip of memory lane and take a look at some of these bad boys. And so let's start with these split shirts. When these came out, when I tell you guys, I went on a Twitter rant about how fucking ugly they are. Like, I don't understand.
The only time I learn about new RWBY merch is during RTX and when you bitch about it online.
Because, okay, like, are they that bad? Like, they're not that bad, but some of them are that bad. I actually like the black and the red split here. Okay. I actually really like the idea, but I just think they should have used the characters' heads instead of their whole torso. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, but then it's like, it's half RWBY head, half Rose, and also that would mean they would have to like make new art, which is something they seem really ill-disposed to doing.
Here's the other thing about this, is that they just slapped the Volume 7 concept art onto this shirt and called it a day, which is probably why it doesn't really look cohesive, because I feel like they tried, especially with the Weiss one, right? They're trying to make Weiss into a snowflake, right? They're trying to put it so her arm is going up like that and it's sort of a circular shape. But with the other girls, like Blake and like, especially more so Yang, I'm like, with Yang, I'm just like, I guess her head is supposed to be one point and then her arm's supposed to be the other point.
Her leg sort of curls in.
It's just not sort of symmetrical.
Yeah, but you can see really the point of the heart on the side of the,
you can see what they were trying to do.
Also,
but
can
I
we
just
talk
don't
about
think
how
this worked at all.
Maybe I'm just like weirdly colorblind, but that looked for RWBY more orange than red.
It does look a little more. It could be our monitor.
Maybe, but that looks...
Because look at it on this one.
Yeah,
that's a bit more red. So yeah, depending on the monitor that you're using. What I think they should have done, honestly, is they should have done black emblem on this side and then red emblem on this side, instead of trying to put the girls on it. Because it just doesn't really... It's just not working. Maybe. Like, I don't know what about it. I think it's just the fact that they're reusing art. I think that that's a big problem when it comes to all the merch, because they have these ideas, but these ideas just aren't, like, I don't know, like, I feel like if RWBY's scythe wasn't there, it would look more round, but instead, like, the design is sort of tailing off, and it's not connecting into a circle like her Rose is supposed to sort of be. Like, the best one is probably Weiss,
I would
argue, and how Weiss sort of, like, goes down with that point. The other problem that people had, though, is that, like, Blake, I feel like Weiss being blue, fine. Okay, Weiss has blue in her design. We understand. But Blake is just always gray instead of being purple. And so I don't know why they didn't like make the emblem a different color and make this half purple, because it's a gray and black shirt, and that's kind of, I don't know, man.
It look a little topsy-turvy.
A little bit. And so I don't know, like, especially the Blake one, I feel like the Blake is just the worst offender because the color is ugly. You know what I mean? If it was purple and black, that would look really nice. But yeah, I don't know what happened here, but when these shirts came out, everyone on Twitter was roasting them. People said that this looked like Harley Quinn, like,
that's what I was thinking. I was like, this looks like a shirt that Harley Quinn would wear to bed. Like, it just seems kind of odd.
So yeah, those are the split shirts. I like the idea, but I think if they didn't keep reusing art over and over again, this would probably have gone better for them. Because again, that is a big problem in the Rooster Teeth merch. It's taking the concept art and slapping it on everything, which is so funny that they decided to make that collection of the person that does the concept art, the one that just recently came out that this video was originally supposed to be about, like the Ian Lee collection. I'm like, every RWBY collection is the Ian Lee collection. They reuse her art all the time. Unless hopefully that's changing.
Right?
And
it's good art.
It's good art.
It's just like, oh yeah, that one again.
All the time, bro, you know? So this RWBY denim jacket for $135 Canadian. Rooster Teeth did not disclose that this art is actually from Amity Arena. Oh. So they printed the Amity Arena art that already existed for the game off and slapped it on the denim jacket, which doesn't look coherent at all. And then they decided they had the audacity to charge $130.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, I suppose.
Oh my god, yeah, this one...
It just
like, the art is nice, but like,
when I think of like denim jackets, I think of like embroidery, or like I think of like patches. I don't think of like whatever that is. Like if they had like a patch that was like a RWBY patch or something, like that would look cool. It's like looks normal, but it also looks RWBY enough.
And they did such a nice job with the denim jacket that they made for Yang, because that also has
the
a
denim
patch.
Vest,
Let me see if I can just find that very quickly. Yeah, it's somewhere over. Like this has a patch on it. Yeah. And it looks really nice. It looks like it belongs there. So tell me why.
That looks like new art.
What? Like, it is new art. And so I'm like, bro, excuse me. Like, what happened to get this? Like, to go from this, right? Because this came out first. To go from this, which looks like it belongs there. Very nice patch at the back. And then we got this.
It just looks,
like, what happened?
Maybe because the background of that is blue, and it just works better with the denim.
I just think that this was just so, like, coherent.
Yes,
like it was
really
all like black and white, like old anime art style, and then we got this, and I'm just like...
So I like this one.
This one's actually nice. The only thing that I'm concerned about is that there have been multiple iterations of this flower design, okay? They made pins of these flowers for RTX, limited pins. Then they made the flower shirts, which I absolutely love. I have some of those. Then they made probably this merch over here somewhere, if I can find it. Yes. So they have made more merch with the flowers and the girls, and they made this. So I feel like that, you know, once they have a good idea, it's like reduce, reuse, recycle. Because I do like it, but I'm also just a little, oh wait, this is the back!
You didn't notice
Rooster Teeth, what are you doing this to me for, honey? Yeah, okay, so this is the front.
Hi, Miles.
So the front has this...
Part of me kind of likes that it is sort of more subtle.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, some people, not me, but some people like stuff like that.
I don't know. That's also why I've never bought, like, Achievement Hunter, because it's always weird, like...
People like grapes and stuff like
bum cheese. It's like, I'm never gonna wear a people like grapes. Like, because like because if someone doesn't know what RWBY is, they'll see that and they'll be like, oh, that's a cool design.
Yeah, so
but someone who looks at the people like grapes design, they'll be like, yeah, I guess they do. I don't know what you want.
For me, I was just kind of like, okay, well, I already have all 4 of the floral shirts, and this is $81 Canadian, right? And so for me, I wouldn't buy it, but I don't. I would say that if you didn't already have the floral shirts, that this would probably be like a nice purchase for you. It looks comfy. I love that it's like fire engine bright red. I actually really like that about it.
I give it 4 out of 5 roosters.
I do like it. Like, I do like it, but that's why I didn't buy it. And that's the point of an anti-haul, too. It's like, you don't hate everything. You just didn't buy it, and why you didn't buy it. And I didn't buy it because I already have all of the floral shirts with the designs on the front. So really, like, for me, okay. Can we drag this, Hunter?
7 reviews, and it's like 3.5.
Aw, damn. Well, 3. So this is $81 for a flannel that has Yang's name embroidered in the corner. Now
Anything
listen.
on the back?
There is nothing on the back.
I like how they zoom up to that.
They didn't even, I don't think they even took a picture of the back. So here's the thing. Guys, like, listen, and I'll talk about this more when we get to the Yang portion of this video. The Rooster Teeth store is making me hate Yang, okay? Because the Yang shills will buy literally anything. Literally anything. Yes, the Yang Simps. The Yang Simps will buy literally anything. $81 for a flannel that you can buy at Walmart and get your mom to embroider Yang's name on yourself.
Okay. Not everyone is as talented a costumist as your mother.
I'm just saying that you could probably go to a tailor shop with a yellow flannel that you already have and get this done for cheaper than both the flannel and the embroidery cost.
I mean,
and so I don't blame people for buying it if they really like Yang, but deep inside of my heart, am I going to spend $81?
But you know what would be really dope? If your name was Yang or your last name was Yang.
And you just got
I would wear that even if I didn't know
really
what Ruby
funny.
was. I think this is a 10 out of 10 Rooster product.
Oh, God.
If your name is
There's
Yang.
There's only 5 anyway.
5 out of 5 Rooster product if your name is
Yang. But
Yang.
yeah, for me, I could not justify the price.
I mean,
I could not.
Like,
couldn't
there's
do
a
it.
hierarchy of flannels, though. Like, I have a flannel, like, you know, that's probably, like, almost $100 Canadian.
Here's the
That's
other
probably
thing.
a good flannel.
I don't think that this is on this website, but in the UK, they have neck gaiters. And they have flannel neck gaiters, and the neck gaiters
What
have
is a
little...
neck gaiter?
It's like a mask, but like you put it over your ears. Maybe I'll put in a picture here, but I'm not going to go
So
find
just a
it,
regular mask.
It's like a mask, but like, it's like what you wear to go skiing.
Oh, like a balaclava.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
And so it's
neck
one of
warmer.
those,
Yeah, okay.
It's one of those things, and so they have the emblems on it, like inside of the flannel like squares or whatever, and they incorporated the emblems. And so I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, why didn't they do that? So first of all, it would match the flannel for the people that have already bought the neck gaiters, and then second, like, that would help, like, give this something more than it just being a flannel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they had sort of emblems, like, not in every square, but maybe one here, one over
or
here,
maybe something on
there,
the back,
you know?
maybe something patched on the side.
I mean, it's a nice flannel, but, like, it's not $81, nice sis. Okay, so let's talk about the Yang collection.
Okay.
Which was...
I kind of like that it's purple, sort of like her eyes.
Yeah,
like,
I do.
I get that.
Listen,
I like the art.
I like this merch.
It's $100, so I don't know if I would do it, but...
Like, okay, here's the thing. I already said this, when we were talking about the Yang flannel, but the Rooster Teeth store is making me really resent Yang and her position, like, as a character when it comes to the merch, because when people saw this, they saw Aaron advertising merch as well, like Aaron Zek, Blaze's voice actress, and so everyone was like, Cal, don't worry, it's not just gonna be a Yang collection, each girl is gonna get something. And then it was just a Yang collection, and so we got this, and, like, it's fine, like, I like Yang, guys, like, I like Yang, but you know what's happening? The same thing that is happening when the Jean stands were making me hate Jean is happening with Yang right now in the Rooster Teeth store.
Okay, I wouldn't
it's just
put
so
it
much,
back.
like, disproportional merch compared to, like, Weiss and other, like, Volume 7, all about Ironwood. Is there an Ironwood shirt? No, not a single Ironwood shirt.
Yeah.
Watts and Tyrion? No.
Yeah, okay, but are you gonna have a shirt with big-ass Waluigi-looking fucking Watts on the front?
Maybe. It doesn't need to be, like, you know, a cutout of him. It could just be Watts themed.
You remember that
Or
that
what
photo
about Watts versus Ironwood? Like, one of the
Sure.
best fights that Ruby has ever made. Why not slap that on a shirt?
alright.
And have, like, Watts and
Or, like,
Ironwood
an
both
Aesop
parsing
shirt,
their guns at
maybe.
each other. I mean, there
I
was
don't
an
know.
Aesop shirt.
Okay.
It didn't have their faces on it, but it was not a great idea. But yeah, so, like, the fact that Yang just gets so much when all of the other characters just get so little, and like I said before,
But it
it's
must-
the people that simp for Yang that are causing...
Can I see
this as well.
because I think I liked it. Like, the design
I mean, it is
cool.
pretty, it's just...
I like how it's, like, new and unique.
Yeah,
I like how
this
it's
was made
purple.
art for this collection.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing, right? They get points for not reusing the art this time, at least.
You know, and you know what it is? It's probably capitalism. They know how many... Maybe people just buy more Yang shit.
Okay, but here's my argument. I think that this
And, like,
is
I like Watts
I
as
think
much
that
as the
we
next
are
guy.
having a self-fulfilling prophecy, okay?
Yes.
They make shitty merch for Weiss, and then they look at Weiss and it's like, guys, Weiss doesn't sell any merch. They make a split shirt that has half blue, half black on it, but they're like, oh, guys, it's Weiss's fault. She's what doesn't sell,
Maybe
right? Like,
that's
they
true.
are not capable, seemingly, of making a quality piece of merch for Weiss and Winter Schnee. Winter got a windbreaker jacket that just had her Beowulf on it. Like, it really had nothing to do with her, and it was like $100. And it was ugly. And so I just feel like that they probably think, oh, well, you know, Yang and Blake sell all this, but Yang and Blake had good merch. They had this collection last volume that had to do with, like, killing Adam and stuff. So there was... I don't remember the designer, but it was like the Sumi collection, I think, and it was like Blake and Adam, and like Yang fighting Adam, and it was like this whole like collection, and so they were probably like, oh yeah, Yang sells well, but like, how do you know if anything else else sells well if you won't give, like, a single piece of high-quality merch to all of these other characters? Like, how do you know that Ironwood doesn't sell as much as Yang? You haven't made an Ironwood shirt, so how do you know? You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but I think that they've just created a self-fulfilling prophecy where they're like, okay, Yang sells, let's give Yang all the good stuff. But it's like, if you never give any of the other characters the good stuff, you don't know how much of those characters will actually sell in an environment where they are given quality, new merch designs. Like, not just recycled concept art, not just slapping the floral flower and the concept art together like we're gonna talk about. But yeah, I do like it. I don't like $95 Canadian.
Yeah,
like it. I really like the color as well.
Before anything else, I'm a deeply cheap person.
Yeah, that's
We're
true.
in a recession. I ain't buying $100, even if it is a really
This one
cool
also
hoodie.
has no reviews, so
I
I'm
don't
just
know,
like, did anyone buy this?
I don't know. It looks cool.
I mean, it's sold out in the 4 extra large,
Yeah,
but
so...
I don't know. Somebody sold that out, but yeah, I'm not sure. Then we have this one. I actually kind of like this.
I like that design. It's a weird color,
It
though.
looks more like a childlike Yang, but yeah, I'm like, why is Yang this blue? I guess.
You know what
it's
seems odd to me is that, like, they've used the manga and the anime art so much, but they haven't used, like, the DC Comics art.
Oh, well, maybe there's a reason for
that. I mean, I know them DC, like, it's a little controversial, you know, but I feel like that kind of reminds me of that style.
Yeah,
more, like
this is
big...
$81. It also has no reviews, which I'm like, because no reviews doesn't mean that no one bought it, but no reviews is sort of like a red flag for me.
Once again, the 4XL, so maybe they just don't make as many 4XL.
Maybe, I don't know.
Or just like a lot of, like, pretty big, in
like
two
Yang
meanings of the word, Yang fans out there.
So here's this one.
Oh, that looks pretty cool.
So this one is the shirt that had the controversy, because this arm is supposed to be Yang's robot arm.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, like, a lot of people were like, no, it's mirrored. Like, her arm is just on the other side, but you can tell by her thigh gap which side the arm is supposed to go on. And so, like, I think the design is nice, but people were sort of speculating, like, how can you make such a big oversight that you don't include your character's arm that she's had since Volume 3 on the right side of her. And that's the other thing, right? Like, people were saying, like, if you go through the Yang collection, you'll actually notice that, like, any of the designs that have her robot arm is cut off. Like, they're not showing it. And I don't know if... I don't think that was intentional, but is that still a little, like...
It looks a little
like, it kind of looks a little suspicious. Yeah, you know? Because, like, her hair covers it, right? True. You can't even see, like, the sort of other hand. And, like, there's no problem with that, but at the same time, it's like, when you look at all the merch, like, this is her Volume 8 design. You can see her one arm, and then the other one's tucked behind. So it's like, people found that a little suspicious. But yeah, I kind of like the design, but I don't like the fact her robot arm's not there. And that would personally bother me. Like, as a Yang fan, I would be like, okay, well, how can I buy this?
It kind of looks like, in the capture, it kind of looks like I'm wearing it. Okay, back to the letter one.
Yeah, so let's actually talk about, like, our prime suspect
I think that might be pronounced Ainli.
Yeah,
Ainli?
Yeah, well, Arnold told me how to pronounce it, and that was 5 days ago. So here's my thing. I just think that it's peak irony that when you are criticized for reusing the concept art on all your shirts, you decide, you know what would be cool? An entire collection where all we do is reuse the concept art. Because, like, to me, I'm like, is there really an Ainli collection if almost every single piece of merch that has come out is just reusing her concept art? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where I'm like,
but it does. I honestly, I mean, I might be the dissenting voice here, but I do kind of like. I'm not crazy about the design in Yang, but like the R and Ruby kind of like works well with her body shape.
I just don't I don't like the R and how sort of square
I mean, obviously it's very
like,
stylized.
It doesn't go in enough for me to, like, see, like, oh, that's an R. Like, I only know it's an R because her name is Ruby. Like, if I was looking at this as a third party, like, I would be like, what is that?
Someone got, like, I don't know, the edible hit them halfway through drawing a square around Ruby, and they're like, that's 4 corners, right?
You know, but yeah, like, I don't like how the R doesn't look like an R enough, I guess.
I don't know. I guess I'm the dissenting opinion that I do kind of like how it's done.
Maybe it would be cool if they had a longer piece around her legs, maybe. You know what I mean? And that way, like, you would be able to see, oh, it's an R and her legs are supposed to be, like, the little things in the R or something like that. But yeah, like, I don't really have a reason for not buying this. I just saw them and I was like, I don't think so.
I think
like,
this is
here's
cool.
where I was conflicted. I'm like, I want to support my girl Weiss, but I also can't make an order to the Rooster Teeth store and ship it all the way to Canada just for like 2 Weiss shirts.
That's why you order in bulk.
Yeah. Yes. And so like I'll have to wait, but I do like the W here. I think that it looks cool. Nice. There is something weird going on though, where some of Weiss's like magic, I guess, is just coming out of the shirt. I don't know if you guys would be able to see it, but I zoomed in and I was like, "What is that?" Like it just looks like something that they didn't necessarily erase to keep it all in the boundary. It's not a big deal, but like that's what I noticed.
I mean, not all of. I mean, they kind of expand beyond the boundary quite often.
But yeah, like
I also love how it says W is for Weiss next to it. Like
I know, as if we don't know. I mean, see, it's so hard to tell. They have to be like R is for Ruby, like in case you couldn't figure that out. The B on Blake's actually looks nice. Like I really like it. Cool. What I don't like is how they always make Blake so gray all the time. I would say that it would be nice maybe to put this on a black shirt instead, because then it would be black and purple. I know that would blend in probably some of her pants and stuff. They wouldn't do it. But I just don't like how she's just gray all the time. So the Yang one, I'm feeling a lot of triangle here. I don't really like how they did the Y on her, and it's also just weird, again, because, like, I don't mind stuff being outside of the boundary, but her hair extending makes it a little like, okay, well, what is this letter supposed to be? Like, if I showed my mom and I was like, Mom, what is that? She would be like, a trapezoid? Tree? Like, I don't know, like, a tree? Yeah, something like that.
Like the logo for the YMCA?
So these ones, I would actually say, I would buy these ones if I already didn't have the flower merch, because there is flower merch that does already exist. I already talked about it with the floral.
I like that.
It doesn't have Ruby on it, but it's just like the flower and all that stuff. So I personally wouldn't rebuy these just because they are $41 for basically a very similar thing. Man, but they are very affordable if you haven't already bought them. I do not understand
the pricing, because like one that looked really similar was like way more expensive. But it must be a quality thing. I really
love this. Like if I had extra money, I would definitely buy these, but again, because I already have the floral shirts, for me, it's kind of like, well, I already kind of have this, so
that Ruby
there's no justification.
Also, I feel like Ruby and Rose and the Rose design just works better together.
It just looks so nice. Like, it looks really nice, and I'm really impressed by this one. Honestly, like, I think that these are the best ones in the collection, but again, that's why I'm not buying them, is because I already have the floral shirts. But if you miss them, because they sold out so fucking fast. Like, the floral shirts were, like, crazy. Like, I didn't even get them the first time they came out. I got them at the restock, right? So yeah, if you don't already have those, these are actually super nice. I really like Weiss's. See, I want this Weiss one, but I can't make an order to the Rooster Teeth store for a single item, right? So I need to wait till some more stuff comes out. Beautiful floral backgrounds offset the badass volume 8 illustrations. That's some fun website copy.
Aggressive badass.
But I really like these. I
like Bella. It's also funny how like
dripping,
Shani and Rose are so small, then Belladonna, it makes it to like your forearm.
I also just like it because Belladonna, like, isn't it like poison or something?
Poisonous.
So it's like the dripping poison. I think it's really nice.
That is actually really dope. I like that as well. I like how her hair blends in with the... Yeah, these are really
like
cool.
them. These are the best. These are the best out of, like, everything in the collection, these ones.
I would argue.
I would definitely buy them if I didn't already have the flower shirts. I would recommend for you guys to cop them if you like them, but these are definitely the best ones.
I definitely think that the Blake and the Ruby ones looked the best, but...
Yeah. I just love the Weiss one, because it's also very icy. Like, it's this ice flower vibe. Like, one of the petals kind of looks like the end of her hair. Like, I feel like lots of, like, love and care was actually put into these ones. And so I kind of want them. This may be, like, convincing me to buy, but I don't have the money.
Yeah, I thought this...
I don't know. This is an anti-haul, but it's like, I'm not buying these. Except, maybe, I don't know. We'll figure it out when more merch comes out. We'll see if I
feel like
make
we're
a
about to get
cart.
to the real anti-haul stuff here.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't...
These hoodies...
Yeah, I don't get how, like, you could buy 2 of those shirts for that. I mean, I guess they're hoodies and not sweaters, so there's a lot more to it.
I guess, like, it depends, like, are you a t-shirt person?
Yeah.
Are you a hoodie person?
You know what, I do kind of like it abstractly, but I feel like just the line art gets a little muddied. And I understand some people like that style of, like, simplifying complex art and how it sort of gets muddied. Like, I understand that's an aesthetic.
It's just, like, for this price, I don't think I would do this. Especially because, like, again, the R just looks so weird because Ruby's cape is there. And so if you look like Ruby's cape is making it look less like an R shape. Yeah. It's making it, I don't even know, like, it's like, whoop, 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 and you still see the outline of the R there. And so it's just a little strange. Like,
I do like how they put Rose in the top corner.
Yeah, I think that that's kind of nice. But yeah, I don't know. I could not do it. I could not do it, not for $81 Canadian. Weiss's, I actually really, really like. I like the dark blue compared to the white. I think that, like I do think that the schnee going into the letter is a little weird because I feel like they did that for Ruby and was like, oh, Ruby fits great. And then with, like, Blake... Wait, yeah, Belladonna, that's a little, that lettering's a little strange. Maybe it would have been better to have it, like, over.
Maybe.
But then Ruby Scythe, and maybe they did Ruby first and they didn't realize that this would be a problem.
Although, I don't know,
schnee like
I kind of like the asymmetrical nature to it. I think that's
I just think Belladonna's really hard to read right there. True. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I would put it across.
When you zoom in into their facial features of a lot of the characters, it becomes a little muddied and it's sort of...
like the Ruby one, it seems like that one's okay. It's really the Yang one that we'll talk about in a minute.
I don't know, I just feel like the way
I really love this
Weiss is posed, like it works better, I think, in that style.
I kind of just want all the Weiss merch, guys. Somebody would like to donate to my PayPal so I can buy the Weiss merch. So why is Blake blue?
Yeah.
Like, okay, Blake has been gray.
That's
Blake
not even a monitor thing. It's blue.
It's just blue.
That's
and so
blue.
I'm like,
the B stood for blue all along.
Okay, like why not make this purple? This would be like an instant disqualification if I was. This is why I'm only buying the white stuff because they got her colors right. She's white. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't believe I can't believe it. That's a little over dramatic. I just don't understand. Like, why not do purple instead of?
I don't know.
Instead of blue.
Listen. If everyone know, Blake in Old English was blue, right?
My God.
Everyone remembers the blue trailer.
Oh dear.
Those eyes.
Yeah. So this is kind
of
distressing.
Everything is okay about that except for the eyes. It looks like she has, like, you know those Groucho Marx glasses where you have the mustache on your nose and they're plastic. It kind of looks like she's wearing those glasses.
It's a little smushed.
That's the issue when you take that complex art and then you turn it into line art, you can some kind get that muddled. And some people like that, but I don't know.
I don't like that.
I feel like the Y, the actual shape of the Y comes out more.
Yeah.
Because it's not the same color.
I also like, I would like to see, like, I guess the Zhao Long. Yeah, I guess that's okay. It's Blake that's really, really hard to read because her B is so dark. So it's kind of hard, whereas Yang seem to be okay. But yeah, I can't do it. And even Yang's like, okay, we have a nice red. It's like a pastel, I guess. Sure. Like, it's a light red. We have, like, beautiful white. We have blue. And then we have this sort of ugly brown color.
It's very mustard, isn't it?
Like, in this lighting, it looks a little better. But, like, it reminds me of how for the past couple volumes they've been putting Yang in these, like, garage mechanic, like, car mechanic brown pants. They did neon yellow for the split shirt, so why did they do neon yellow for the hoodies?
I don't know. I guess that's just person. I mean, you're the archivist when it comes to this sort of stuff. Have they done Ruby?
I don't know if they've done bright yellow hoodies, but there has been bright yellow merch.
I guess all of them are kind of looking like that. But at least this is like,
whoa, like white, like blinding. It's not like gray or like silver, you know, like.
But then again, like that's blue, and then the red is not like a neon red.
I can't do it with the Blake and the blue. It just bothers me so much. So this I actually kind of like.
Why why is everything else, like, why does that photo of the t-shirt bother me so much? Like, they don't have it modeled on everyone.
It's not ironed out.
It's not ironed out.
You can't see the back.
Why does that bother me?
That's actually what I noticed when I first looked at this. I was like, oh, this is the only picture? That's a little weird. But yeah, I kind of like those.
Yeah.
That art
looks
style.
Nice,
What is it when you have like the same character?
Pop art.
Yeah, like that pop art
thing. Like Andy Warhol pop art.
But yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I just don't know.
I guess it's fine.
It's all right. Like, it's an all right shirt, but yeah.
It reminds
look
me
at
of
how
that
wrinkly
Beatles
this is.
album
Who took the photo
what the
of
fuck,
this?
Guys?
Who did this?
I'm gonna for Christmas buy you all the Ruby merch you claim to hate.
Oh my god, that would be kind of funny, actually. So this
I won't, because I don't have the spare $400, but... Okay.
So this says Warriors on the side.
Warriors of Remnant.
Okay.
Actually, that text reminds me of old, like, fantasy movies like Dragon Slayer and, like, fantasy novels.
Then we have that ruby right there.
I kind of dig that. I kind of like how they incorporate all of the art together. And
it's just like,
it's a little
Ruby's
crowded.
so small, Blake is so big, and then Yang and Weiss look normal back there. So yeah, it's a little
This
weird.
looks like it would be a screenshot out of an opening to an anime where it's like the main character is determinately walking and all our friends show up in the background.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I kind of dig
We do have some stuff, like we have Barbara, I almost said Yang. We have Barbara modeling the shirt. So yeah, I don't know. Like I look at this one and I just don't know about this one, I guess.
I mean, I think it's fine.
Like, it's alright.
Losing my mind about it, you know.
But yeah, I don't know. Blake being so big,
I give it 3.5 roosters.
Oh boy. But yeah, that's basically it.
I mean, you know what? I thought I was going to go into this watching just a maelstrom of terrible. I think a lot of it was pretty alright.
Yeah, there was definitely some alright ones. I think the floral shirts are the best, right? Yeah. Like the floral shirts that we saw.
I didn't mind a lot of the you know, Ein Lee things. I really dug. I'm not gonna lie. Part of me I've come around on that yellow Yang flannel.
Oh, have you?
I don't know. Now I'm just like. Part of me, God, I wish I knew someone named Yang or with the last name Yang.
But yeah, like, it's not all shitty. I mean, like, you know what I mean? But some of it, I feel like there's a combination of problems. Some of the merch is so bad, but it's combined with the overpricedness of it. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, some of the merch is $100 for something that does not look good. And so that's why I'm like, okay, well, that's an anti-haul right there. Why would you buy that? But then sometimes there's all right merch, but it's still $100. And I'm just like, well, I don't know if I would do all right for $100. You know what I mean? $100, it needs to be like great. So I think that's the thing, Hunter. Like, you're right. There were a lot of all right pieces, but they were all right for $60. And I'm like, well, you know, like the Yang flannel is all right for $20. Not for 81 Canadian or whatever.
My one thing is that it's difficult to judge because I don't doubt they would be very soft and like nice. Yeah. And so I feel like that's
Hunter's
something
just
we
like,
can't
they
get
would keep me in its warm
they would keep
embrace.
Me, and they would never leave me. Listen,
it's because like I never think about that when I buy. Like obviously I want to be comfortable, but I don't really think about that so much. All my clothing is made out
of steel wool and dog hair, Hunter.
You know what I mean? Like I guess it's because I know with the Rooster Teeth store everything is gonna be comfortable anyway, and so it's mostly about like what design does it have.
Sure.
And I also have comfortable clothes that are from, you know, the thrift store and stuff like that. So it's like if comfort isn't the priority, it's always like just the design. But yeah. So this was fun. It's been real. It's been fun. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Oh my god, this has been 40 minutes. We were only supposed to do the collection, the new one, but I guess we backlogged now. So next time they release new merch, we'll just do that collection and just keep it at that.